In southeastern South America, the humid subtropical climate includes the Pampas grassland region. There is rainfall throughout the year with a minimum in June. In Buenos Aires, summer temperatures average 25 degrees Celsius, and in July winter they average 11 degrees Celsius. Cold spells may occur in winter with outbreaks of polar air from Antarctica. In July 2007, snow fell in Buenos Aires for the first time since 1918. The climate of the Pampas is generally temperate, gradually giving way to a more subtropical climate in the north and to a semi-arid climate on the western fringe. For example, San Lucius Province and western La Pampa Province. Summer temperatures are more uniform than winter temperatures, generally ranging from 28 to 30 degrees Celsius, 82 to 91 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. However, most cities in the Pampas occasionally have high temperatures that push 38 degrees 100 degrees Fahrenheit. This occurs when a warm, dry northerly wind blows from southern Brazil. Autumn arrives gradually in March and peaks in April and May. In April, heights range from 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, 68 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit, and lows from 9 to 13 degrees Celsius, 48 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. The first frosts arrive in mid-April in the south and in late May or early June in the north. Winters are generally mild. Although cold waves do occur, normal temperatures range from 12 to 19 degrees Celsius, 54 to 66 degree Fahrenheit during the day, and from 1 to 6 degrees Celsius, 34 to 43 degrees Fahrenheit at night, with strong northerly winds, days of over 25 degrees Celsius, 77 degree Fahrenheit can be recorded almost everywhere. Whereas during cold waves, high temperatures can be only 6 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Frost occurs everywhere in Pampas, although it is much more frequent in the southwest and less so around the Parana and Uyuguri rivers. Temperatures under minus 5 degrees Celsius, 23 degrees Fahrenheit can occur everywhere, whereas values of negative 10 degrees Celsius, 14 degrees Fahrenheit, or lower are confined to the south and west. Snow never falls in the northernmost third and is rare and light elsewhere, except for exceptional events where depths have reached 30 centimeter 12 inches. Spring are very variable. It is warmer than fall in most areas, especially in the west, but significantly colder along the Atlantic. Violent storms are more common, as well as wide temperature variation. Days of 35 degrees Celsius, 95 degrees Fahrenheit can give way to nights of under 5 degrees Celsius, around 41 degrees Fahrenheit, or even frost, all within only a few days. Precipitation ranges from 1200 millimeter 74-inch in the northeast to about 500 millimeter inches in the southern and western edges. In the west, it is highly seasonal, with some places recording average of 120 millimeter, around 4.7 inches monthly in the summer, and only 20 millimeters, at zero point 0.8 inches monthly in the winter. The eastern areas have small peaks in the fall and in the spring, with relatively rainy summers and winters that are only slightly drier. However, where summer rain falls as short, heavy storms, winter rain falls mostly as cold drizzle, so that the amount of rain in days is fairly constant. Very intense thunderstorms are common in the spring and summer, and it has among the most frequent lightning and highest convective cloud tops in the world. The severe thunderstorms produce intense hail storms and both floods and fresh floods, as well as the most constantly active tornadoes region outside the central and southeastern United States. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Is Mediterranean. Mediterranean climates, CS, according to Köppen, um, are found at about 35 degrees latitude in California, Southwest Australia, central Chile, and southwestern South Africa. In addition to around the Mediterranean Sea, the classical definition involves a mild winter with precipitation and a dry, hot summer. However, around the Mediterranean Sea itself, rainfall regimes are variable. The classical pattern is common in the central and eastern Mediterranean, but in Spain, southern France, northern Italy, and the southern Balkans, there is an autumn maximum or a double peak in autumn and spring. Temperatures are generally moderate year-round, although in some continental eastern Mediterranean there are hot summer days, and in winter, frosts and snowfall over the proximity to water moderates the annual temperature range. The climatic conditions are related to the seasonal shifts of the subtropical high pressure belts poleward in summer and equatorward in winter. In winter, most of the regions are affected by low pressure systems steered by the subtropical jet stream. However, the Mediterranean basin 74% of depressions form over the western Mediterranean Sea in the lee of the Alps associated with northwesterlies flow that splits around the Alps. Only 9% enter from the Atlantic, and the rest form south of the Atlas Mountains. In Morocco. In California, the zone with a Mediterranean type climate is limited to a narrow coastal strip by the mountains to the east. So temperate lowlands. So that's our next. Temperate lowlands are both continental and maritime. Temperate climates are found in a range of locations between 40 to 60 latitudes. They occupy most northeastern North America, Central and Eastern Europe, and European Russia, and account for about 5% of the Earth's land surface. From Europe to Russia, the continentally increase eastward. Berlin. They are also found in New Zealand, South Island, east of the Southern Alps, And in southeastern Australia, they include temperate grasslands and decidual woodlands, but today they are mostly in temperate agriculture. Temperatures are seldom extreme and all four seasons are well marked. In central England, summer temperatures range between 15 and 20 degrees Celsius, while the cool winters seldom see daytime temperatures drop below zero. Average annual precipitation is the range 600 to 1500 millimeter, usually without any dry season. Winter snowfalls are generally moderate. They occur only on a few days in the maritime locations, but snow may lie on the ground for weeks in the uplands and in the continental portions. Extratropical depressions and intervening high pressure ridges regularly affect temperature zones. Hence, there is a high degree of day-to-day variability in weather conditions, and long spells of a given weather type are rather uncommon. The prevailing winds are from the west, thus the western edge of temperate continents most commonly experience maritime temperate climate. There, uh, there is a very limited annual temperature range, 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, and precipitation occurs year-round in more than moderate amounts. Maritime West Coast. Maritime West Coast are found in northwest Europe, British Columbia, southern Alaska, and also in coastal Chile and western New Zealand. In each region, this climatic type is located on the windward slopes of major mountain ranges. In northwest Europe, it extends further inland due to the southwest-northeast orientation of the mountains. These locations are in the path of year-round westerly winds and traveling mid-latitude low pressure systems, giving cloudy, mild, and humid conditions with large day-to-day variations in weather. In weather, exposed coastal and upland locations experience generally high wind speeds and frequent winter gales. Wind gales in upland Britain occasionally exceeds 50 to 60 meters per second. The annual temperature range is small. In Britain, northwest France, the mean temperature is 7 degrees Celsius in January and 16 degrees Celsius in July. The cold season has the most rainfall. Annual precipitation totals range from 1,000 to 3,000 millimeter. We can see for Forks, Washington, and Burton, Norway. This is Washington and this is Burton, Norway. And on the coastal mountains, there may be a significant winter snowfall at 1,660 millimeters elevation on Mount Rainier. Washington, D.C., the mean annual snowfall totals 16 meters, with a record 28 meters falling in winter 1971 to 1972. Mid-latitude steppe and prairie. We're going to talk it more next time because we're going to talk about a very famous historical events about the Dust Bowl in next video. We will go in deep to talk about the mid-latitude steppe and prairie.